CBS has quietly pulled off one of the most delicate balancing acts in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage by effectively replacing Meemaw without actually writing her out of the story. For a franchise that has relied so heavily on Annie Potts' sharp-tongued, fiercely loving matriarch since young Sheldon began, the idea of filling that emotional space could have felt forced or even disrespectful. Instead, the spin-off approaches the problem with surprising subtlety, redistributing Meemaw's narrative function across new dynamics and proving that the show understands exactly why the character mattered in the first place. Meemaw was never just comic relief. In young Sheldon, she served as the emotional safety net for the Cooper family, especially for Georgie. She was the adult who saw his potential when others were frustrated by his mistakes, the one who offered blunt advice without judgment and affection without conditions. Her presence grounded the series, counterbalancing Sheldon's intellect and Mary's strict moral compass. When Georgie and Mandy's first marriage began, the absence of Meemaw as a constant presence created an immediate question. Who would step into that role now that Georgie is navigating adulthood, marriage, and fatherhood? Rather than introducing a new older character designed to mimic Meemaw's personality, CBS chose a smarter route. The show allows Mandy, Georgie, nor members, and even secondary characters to absorb pieces of what Meemaw represented. Mandy, in particular, has emerged as the most significant emotional replacement. Where Meemaw once offered Georgie reassurance mixed with tough love, Mandy now provides a partner's version of the same support. She challenges him when he's being immature, defends him when he's underestimated, and believes in his ability to grow even when he doubts himself. This shift reframes Georgie's journey from being guided by a grandparent to being shaped by an equal, which fits the show's central theme of early marriage and shared responsibility. Another key element in this transition is the way the series leans into community rather than a single authority figure. In young Sheldon, Meemaw often acted as the connective tissue between characters, the person who could move freely between storylines and offer perspective. In Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, that role is split among coworkers, extended family members, and recurring supporting characters who step in with advice, criticism, or unexpected kindness. This creates a more adult environment for Georgie, one where wisdom comes from experience and consequences rather than a familiar, comforting voice. CBS also uses tone to soften Meemaw's absence. The humor in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is less biting and more situational, reflecting a world where the characters can't rely on Meemaw to cut through tension with a perfectly timed insult or one-liner.